adjusting column width. By default, Excel columns are 8.43 characters wide, but each individual column can be enlarged to 240 characters wide. If the data being entered into a cell is wider or narrower than the default column width, you can adjust the column width so it is wide enough to contain the data. You can adjust column width normally using AutoFit. Here is the representation for column width. To manually adjust the column width, place your mouse pointer to the right side of a gray column header. The mouse pointer changes to the adjustment tool so that a double headed arrow appears. Drag the adjustment tool left or right to the desired width, then release the mouse button. Here is the output where you can drag a particular cell and place it in a given text. Now, let us move to AutoFit column width. Place your mouse pointer to right side of a column header. The mouse pointer changes to the adjustment tool. Double click the column header. Excel auto-fits the column, making the entire column slightly larger than largest entry contained in it. To access, choose Format, Column, AutoFit selection. Now, let us move to adjusting a row height. Changing the row height is similar to adjusting a column width. There will be times when we want to enlarge a row visually. Provide some space between it and another row. Now, let us move to how to adjust the height of a single row. Place your mouse pointer to lower edge of a row. The mouse pointer changes to the adjustment tool. Now, drag the adjustment tool so that we can easily increase the height. So, this is a representation. When we drag, automatically the size will be increased. Now, let us move to AutoFit the row height. Place your mouse pointer on the lower edge of a row. Heading you want to adjust. The mouse pointer changes to the adjustment tool. Double click to adjust the row height and the font size. Excel auto-fits the row, making the entire row slightly larger than the largest entry in a row. Now, let us move to inserting cells. When working in an Excel worksheet, you may need to insert or delete cells without inserting or deleting the rows or columns. To insert cells, select the location where the new cell to be inserted. It may be single cell or a range of cells. Right click and choose insert. So, this is a representation. If we right click and press insert, automatically the values will be inserted in an Excel sheet. The insert dialog box opens, which select cells down, shift cells down. So, select shift cells down and press enter. So, your result will appear automatically. The value comes next row. Here the insert dialog box is used to insert or delete rows and columns. Now, let us move to deleting cells. To delete a cell from a spreadsheet, right click and choose delete. So, automatically the corresponding cell will be deleted. The delete dialog box opens. Shift cells to the left and shift cells to the up. Select shift cells to the up and press OK. Now, let us move to merging cells. In Excel, you have another alignment option such as merge and center. This is performed when you want to select one or more cells and merge to a larger cell. The contents will be centered across a new cell. The spreadsheet presents last month and this month sales and expenses. For Arun, notice the Arun name appears above the last month column so that Arun name across merge and center will be implemented. To merge two cells in one, select the cells you want to merge. It can be cells in a column, row, or both columns and row. Click merge and center so that it will be merged and one output will be displayed. So, the output looks like this. If you merge, C and D will be combined and the output will be Arun. Next, let's move to align a text and numbers in the cells. You are probably noticed by now that Excel left align labels and right align numbers. This makes data easier to read. The text and numbers can be defined as left aligned, right aligned, centered in an Excel. The picture below shows the difference between the three alignments: right side, left side, and in the center. Text and numbers may be aligned using the left align, center, right align on the formatting toolbar. To align text on the numbers, select a cell or range of cells. Click either left align, center, right align on a standard toolbar so that the text will be aligned. Now, let us move to changing an horizontal cell alignment. We have previously seen how to align a text or numbers using left align, center, and right align buttons. You can also define alignment in the format cells. The horizontal section features a drop-down menu that contains of left, center, and right alignment, so that it will be on the horizontal alignment, horizontal left, center, and right. Fill. This fills the cells with the current contents by repeating the contents for a width of a cell. Justify. If the text is larger than the cell width, Justify wraps the text in a cell and adjusts the spacing within each line so that the width will be increased. Center across selection. Contents of the cell that are farthest to the left are centered across the selection of a cell. This is similar to merge and center command, except the cells are not merged. To change an horizontal alignment, use the format cells, select a cell or range of cells. Choose format, cells, menu bar. So, the window appears like this. You could also right click and choose the format cells from the shortcut menu. The format cell dialog box appears. Then click alignment tab. So, you can choose horizontal, vertical, etc. Click the horizontal drop down menu and select horizontal alignment. Click OK and then apply horizontal alignment to a cell. Now, let us move to changing a vertical cell alignment. You can also define vertical alignment similar to horizontal alignment. In vertical alignment, information can be located at the top of a cell, middle of a cell, or bottom of a cell. The default is bottom. To change the vertical alignment using the format cells, select a cell or range of cells. Choose format cells from the menu bar. You could also right click and choose format cells. The format cell dialog box appears. Click the alignment tab. Click the vertical drop down menu and select a vertical alignment treatment. Click OK to apply the vertical alignment. Now, let us move to changing a text control. Text control allows you to control the way Excel presents. There are three types of text control: wrapping text, shrinking to fit, and merge cells. Let us see wrapping text. The wrapping text feature wraps the content of a cell across the several lines if it is too large to a column width. It also increases the height of a cell. Shrink to fit. It shrinks the text so that it fits to a cell. Smaller will appear on the cell. The merge cell feature can be applied using merge and center so that the content can be merged and joined together. To change the text control using the format cells, the procedure is like this. Select a cell or range of cells. Choose format from the menu bar. The format cell dialog box opens. Click alignment tab. Click on the wrap text. It may be shrink or merge cells. Click OK. Now let us see changing a text orientation. The fourth type of cell alignment in formal cell dialog box is text orientation, which allows the text in 90 degrees up or down. To change the text orientation using the format cells, select a cell or a cell range. Choose format from the menu bar. The format cells dialog box appears. Click on the alignment tab. Increase or decrease the number. Click OK. Now, let us discuss about the formatting numbers in the format cell dialog box. Number in Excel can assume different formats: date, time, percentage, decimal. To format the appearance of a number in a cell, select a cell or range of cells. Choose format cells from the menu bar. You could also right click and choose the format cells. The format cell dialog box opens. Click number tab. Click number in the category, then click OK. So this is a representation. Topmost left corner there is a number. We are going to just click the number and then we will be getting a decimal places according to number of digits. It may be 2, 3 or etc. Now let us go for formatting dates in the format cell dialog box. The date can be formatted in different ways, such as January 1, 2016, 01/01/16 or 01-01 January-16. To format the appearance of a date in a cell, select a cell, choose format cell from the menu bar. The format cell box appears. Click number tab. Click date in the category menu. Select the date format. Click OK. So now when we go for date, the window will be appearing, and if you select the date format, automatically select the date and give OK. The corresponding date will be appeared. Formatting time in the format cells. The time can be formatted in many different ways, such as 13:30, 1:30 p.m. To format the appearance of time in a cell, select range of cells, choose format cells. The format cells window appears. Click number, click time and select the format. Press OK. So the window appears. So that time we can select 1:30 p.m. Give OK. The corresponding time will appear. Formatting percentage in a format cell. There are many times you want to display certain number as percentage. Example, what's a percentage of student mark in 10th standard? To express numbers as percentage in a spreadsheet, select a cell or range of cells. Choose format cells. The format cell box appears. Click number, click percentage and click OK. So the window appears. automatically the percentage of 10 or 15 or 20 students can be calculated. So, this is attendance percentage based upon the number of students. By formula we can calculate the percentage. Changing the font type, size and color. In Excel, a font consists of 3 elements: typeface or style of a letter, size of a letter, color of a letter. Selecting a font typeface. The amount of typeface available for use depends upon the software. So, whatever software you are going to install, based upon the font size will change. To apply a typeface to information in a cell, select a cell or range of cells. Click down arrow on the font list. A drop down list appears. So, this is a representation. You can choose any font size. It may be Arial or Bookman style, Century. Then select the choice and a new font will appear. To apply a font size to information in a cell, select the cell, click down the drop menu. A drop down list will appear where the font size will appear. You can select the font size depending upon the user. So, this is the font size. It varies from 8 to 100, 500 or 1000. The selected text and the new font size is applied to a selected cell. Next, let us move to apply a color to information in a cell. Select a cell or range of cells. Click down arrow. A drop down list will appear. So, various colors are present. So, you can choose any color and the color will change in the screen. Now, let us move to using underline, italics and bold. In addition to typeface, you can also apply bold, italic, underline. Now, let us see how to select a font style. Select a cell or range of cells. Click the following option. The shortcuts are: for bold, Ctrl plus B; for italic, Ctrl plus I; for underline, Ctrl plus U. The attributes selected or applied to a font. The bold, italic and underline or the formatting toolbars. So, once we click again to turn it off. Now, let us go for adding a border to a cell. Borders can be applied to a cell to emphasize the data. To add a border, select a cell, click the drop down menu, the border drop down menu appears. So, this is a window. So, you can select a border, 4 borders, thick border or thin borders. Adding colors to a cell. Colors can be applied to a cell in a worksheet. To add a color, select a cell or range of cells. Click the drop down menu. A font color appears so that the text can be changed. So, this is a window, many colors will be present. We can select any one color and the corresponding font will be changed. Now, let us go for sorting. Sorting list is a common spreadsheet task that allows you to easily reorder the data. The most common type of sorting is alphabetical order. It may be ascending or descending. To sort in alphabetical order, select a cell in the column you want to sort. Click the sort and filter command. Group as usual with alphabetical order, maybe A to Z. Now, let us move to filtering a cell. Filtering or temporarily hiding data in a spreadsheet. This allows you to focus in a specific spreadsheet. So, we can, whatever details we want, we can filter and remove the details. Printing in an Excel. Once you have made the necessary adjustment to an Excel sheet, you can print the Excel sheet. So, printing an Excel is similar to MS Word. To print the document, click print. The document prints with the default options, or choose file, print. The print dialog box appears. choose print, click OK, the document prints. So, here is a window, we can select print and the number of pages, number of copies and give OK. So, the page will be printed. Now, let us move to charts in Excel. Think of a chart as a tool that helps the people to visualize the data. Charts deliver information more quickly and easily than a column number in a worksheet. Choosing the right kind of chart can help your point access. Pie chart. Pie chart, how is the relationship or parts as a whole? If the pie is a sum of source data, each slice of a pig represents an individual member. Column or bar chart. This is useful to follow trends or to compare numbers. Each column represents a value. A bar chart is an horizontal version of column chart. Here is the representation of column chart. Bar chart. A bar chart is similar to column chart except these are horizontal instead of vertical. Like the column chart, the bar chart shows various in values over time. Line chart. A line chart is useful for tracking trends over time and making it easier. A variation of line chart is the area chart where the area under the line is shaded with a color. To show the chart, choose View, Toolbars, Chart, window will be open. So, this is a representation of chart. From the values, a chart can be drawn. Now, let us move to library functions. A function is a shorthand way to write an equation that performs a calculation. A formula with function has three parts: equal to, which indicates the formula; the function name identifies the operation; the argument is the value of the function to perform a calculation. An example of a function with one argument that adds a range of values from A3 to A9. An example of a function with more than one argument that calculates a sum of two values, A3 colon A9, B3 colon B5. Now, let us move to entering formula with functions. You can enter a formula with a function directly in a cell by typing the equal to. Formula autocomplete helps you to enter the formula at the function name and arguments. As you begin to type the function name, a list of function name appears below the cell. To open the insert function, click the insert function. Now, let us move to create a basic function in Excel. Select the cell where the answer will appear. Type the equal to, then enter the function name. Example, sum. Enter the cells from the argument inside the parenthesis. So, the values will be entered and press enter and the result appears as, or that all the values will be added and the result will be 450.85. So, this is a representation of formulas. We can select the values and go for the processing. Types of function. Excel provides many functions you can use. Each function has different purpose. The function are organized: mathematical, trigonometry, statistical, financial, logical, date and time, and text. Mathematical and trigonometric functions manipulates the data in a worksheet. Some operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication and division do not require functions. However, mathematical and trigonometric functions are used such as logarithms, factorial, sine, cosine, tangent and absolute value. Commonly used mathematical functions: sqrt of number returns a square root number in the argument. Example, square root of C4 returns the square root of a cell 4. Second one, ln of number returns the logarithm of a number. Example, ln of 50, it returns 3.912. Round, number comma number digits, returns number in the first argument rounded to the decimal number of a decimal places, designated as a second argument. Example, round 14.23433, 2, which returns 14.23. If the second argument is a negative number, the first argument is rounded to left of a decimal number. Example, round 142.3433, -2, returns 100. Now let us move to statistical functions. Statistical functions are used to describe the quantities of data. Example, average, standard deviation, variance. The number of values in a range, the largest value in a range and the smallest value in a range. Average, number 1, number 2. The average will be given by average E4 is to E9. So returns the average of all the numbers. Count, value 1 comma value 2. The number of cells in the range are copied. Example, count D6 comma D21, max number 1 comma number 2, returns the largest number in the range. Min number 1 comma number 2, the smallest number in the range. stdev.p, number 1 comma number 2, returns the estimated standard deviation of numbers in a range. var.p, number 1 comma number 2, returns the estimated variations of a numbers in a range. Financial functions. Financial functions are used to analyze the loan and investment. It can be classified into future values, present values, payment, FV rate comma a PER PV comma time, the future value of an investment based on equal payments and a fixed interest rate for a specific number of periods. The fourth and fifth arguments for the present value and timing of payments. Example, FV 0.8, 5 comma -100 determines the future value of 100 payments. PV rate comma NPER PMT, the present value of a loan or investment based upon equal payments, a fixed interest rate for a specific payment. The fourth and fifth arguments are for a future value. Example, PV 0.1, 5 minus 500 displays the current value. PMT rate comma NPER, the equal payments needed to repay a loan and fixed interest rate in a specific number of periods. Example, PMT 01, 36, 10,000 displays a monthly payment needed to repay 10,000 at 1%. Logical functions. Logical functions such as if function displays the text or value. The first argument sets a condition for comparison called logical test. Second argument determines the value if the logical test is true. Third argument determines the value. Example, if C4 greater than 60, pass, fail, returns pass if the value is greater than 60, else fail. If logical test value, if true, value if false. One value if the condition in the logical test is true, another value if the condition is false. Example, if 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, returns over, and logical 1, logical 2. True if all the arguments are true, and false if any of the arguments are false. Example, and 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, 1 plus 2 is equal to 3, returns true. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, 1 plus 2 is equal to 4, returns false. Or logical 1, logical 2. True if any one of the arguments are true, false if none are true. Example, or 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, 1 plus 2 is equal to 2, 3 returns true. Or 1 plus 1 is equal to 3, 1 plus 2 is equal to 4, returns false. Not. It is called logical. True if the argument is false, false if the argument is true. Example, not 2 plus 2 is equal to 1, returns true. Not 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, returns false. Date and time functions. Functions can also be used to insert date and time. Example, date and time functions can be used to convert a serial number in month, day or year. It is used to insert the current date and time, date, year, month, day. Example, date 2013 5/23 returns 5/23/2013. Now, the current date and time based on the computer date and time settings. So, it returns the current date and time. It will not have arguments. Today, the current date based on the computer's date will be displayed. Today, 5/23/2013. It does not take any arguments. Text functions are used to format and display the contents. It is used to convert text uppercase to lowercase, which is enclosed with quotation marks. Proper of text converts the first letter of each word to uppercase, rest to lowercase. Lower of text converts all the text to lowercase. Upper of text converts all the letters to uppercase.